So women just want to be heard. So subject, why he gets angry at you, it's not your fault, how to deal with his moods. So women just want to be heard. Now, there are, and still is, lots of relationship books on phrasing of sentences and certain words, use certain words, or pretty much extra effort. Some relationship books talk about the extra effort that women should be putting in to try and get their man in the right place to say something. The fact that you have to put an enormous amount of effort into trying to be heard suggests that you might not be in the right relationship. Like, you shouldn't have to read passages and passages in your relationship books that say, use these words, use this phrasing, be really, really gentle and just sort of patter your way in. Like, no, stuff it, be yourself. Like, I mean, he's meant to be your partner. If you can't talk to your partner, like, are you meant to just mute yourself? Are you meant to find, some special, boyfriend language that makes you turn into this little mouse so that he can cope? If you have to turn into a little mouse, then it shows that he's not really respecting the fact that you have your own mind and that you have your own views. So that's getting into another point. I'm trying to come back to. So women want to be heard. So when there are arguments, really things to discuss, like issues, important issues, like what if you're doing all the housework and he hardly does anything? What if you bring, as the woman, what if you bring most of the money in and he's not? What if important things like, getting back to the sex part of the relationship, what if he's not attending to your sexual needs but you attend to his? Like, you're bringing up issues and things to discuss. If they turn into arguments, it can often be because she's just trying to be heard while he is trying to sort of squash things down and wipe them off. Like, we don't need to talk about this now, or you're over dramatizing things, or the man might say a series of things to kind of put the woman off, like as though she's not allowed to bring up certain subjects because somehow she's being difficult. Like, okay, 3. So trying to be heard there. Women are just trying to be heard, and they get called high maintenance. Maintenance, E-N. That's, can you help me with the spelling? Maintenance. I don't know. I feel like I'm suddenly one of those children in those spelling competitions in another country. Spell this word. I don't know. Am I going to lose points? Maintenance, E? Anyway, right, it's not really important anymore. So she's just trying to raise issues that really need discussing. And then he might turn it into an argument because he calls her high maintenance because she just wants to talk about something, or because she's trying to kind of push an issue home. Maybe because he's ignored an issue, So the man has ignored issues days, weeks, months, years, decades. Men can really ignore things really well. And she gets called high maintenance, and she might get called, what's the other? A nag. Nag. Okay. Maintenance, high maintenance, right? A nag. What else? What other words do women get called by men? Is that roughly it?
Yeah, I think for that topic.
Yeah. I can't think. Yeah. It's more like how people. Anyway, I'll think of it soon. But yeah, she gets called these names by him. Well, there's swearing words in there as well, like, get off my back, you awful swear words, woman. And she's trying to get him to address issues that he should be addressing. Like, he should be saying, oh, yes, wife, girlfriend, lover, yes, it is all about me in bed, isn't it? And yes, I really should put more energy into your sexual pleasure. Yes, I've done the wrong thing, haven't I? Like, that's what he needs to say. How long you might wait until he says that really depends on your relationship, not just, about sex, but about other things like, the right thing that he needs to say is, yes, it's true. You do most of the housework, don't you? I'm really sorry that I haven't, wife or girlfriend. I will really try and put in effort. And if you need to remind me because I've forgotten, then you're not being a nag in doing so. Like, that's the ideal thing to say. But because he doesn't say that, because he doesn't say sorry, so sorry is a big thing.
Without being defensive.
Yeah. So men don't say it, right? They don't say sorry, or if they do say sorry, it needs to be without trying to think. Anyway, reverse these words, without being defensive. So he can say, I was sorry I haven't cleaned up the house, or I was sorry that I haven't, earned as much as you this week. Is it a competition or something? And it's like, you're not saying that at all. You're just saying, I feel unsupported. You're saying that I feel tired. You're saying that I feel like I'm in this relationship by myself. And he's going, oh, sorry. And it's like, well, that's not really saying sorry. That's like just mocking the fact that you've got feelings and you've got an opinion. And so, the man goes back to this thing. The man goes back to ignoring issues. So if you want him to talk about something and then he gets angry because you want him to talk about something, that's not your fault. That's not your fault. Write it in big letters, tape it to your makeup mirror or something where you can remember his mood is not your fault. You want him to participate in the relationship maybe the way he should be participating in the relationship. So you're not high maintenance. You're not a nag. You don't deserve the swear words that he is aiming at you. You deserve a sorry. You deserve a gentle sort of tact where he stops and realizes what he's done. Like, that's what you deserve.